Hello and welcome to Smart Start Mornings. Today on Smart Start Mornings I will be talking about China's plans to develop the internet, Russia's new microchip or computer chip, and a lockpicking robot that was printed in 3D. Now this is a new type of podcast sort of thing that I've done. I'm sort of making it up as I go along. So I haven't looked any of these articles. I've only looked at the titles and I've picked the titles I like the most and that I would want to read. So I'm just going to go through these articles with you as we go. So let's see what we can pick up first. We will pick this one and hopefully just check. Yeah, it is running. Right, so for the first one we are going to be looking at the little 3D printed robot cracks combination in 30 seconds. So there's a picture of it. It looks way too simple to be able to crack a lock, you know. It looks like it's just got a motor and a little hinge to pull the lock up when it's finished, but to me personally that doesn't look exactly like it's going to break into Fort Knox. Like, it doesn't look like it's able to break anything really. Excuse me, it's alright. And if we just carry on and read through what it says, I'll read out. Careful what you leave in your lockers, high school students and gym goers. An invasion of 3D printed robots may be coming, capable of popping one of the world's most ambiguous, no, that's the wrong word, brand of combination locks in as little as half a minute. I can't speak today. On Thursday, well-known hacker Sam Kamkura, I hope I'm saying that right, and probably not, I'm terrible with names, published on his website the blueprint and software code for a 3D printable Arduino-based lock opening robot he calls the Combo Breaker. Not the best name in the world, but you know, I suppose it is simple and short and easy to remember. Attach it to any of millions of master lock combination locks. Turn it on, and it can take advantage of master lock security vulnerability. Kamkar, I'm not even going to try and say that name anymore, recently discovered to open the lock in a maximum of 5 minutes with no human interaction. The machine pretty much brute forces the lock for you, says Kamkar. You attach it, leave it, and it does its thing. In fact, the Combo Breaker is programmed to do far better than a mere brute force attack. It takes advantage of a mathematical trick Kamkar revealed last month that allows anyone with a little practice to find the combination of a low-end master lock. Well, it seems to me that master locks should maybe beef up their security in their locks a bit more, because if a little robot can break it in under 30 seconds and a person can break it in under 5 minutes, they're doing something wrong. That technique takes advantage of a manufacturing flaw when the U-shaped shackle of one of those combination locks is pulled while its rotor is turned. The cracker can feel the resistance on certain numbers that help to reveal the position of the combination discs. Oh, that's great. That determined the combination that opens the lock, in combination with some restrictions in possible combinations that Kamkar mathematically deciphered and encoded in a web-based tool. Kamkar exploited the information leak to cut out all but a few possible combinations. The resulting manual technique is easy enough. Writers at Ars Technica, who's tested it, for instance, were mostly able to pull it off after a couple of tries. Okay. Oh, there's a little video of what looks like the robot, I'm guessing. Yeah.
How to crack any master combination.
Yeah, so that's the video of it. I'm not going to go into any more of that, I'm just going to read it later on. But yeah, so what have we learnt from that? We've learnt that he's managed to print a 3D robot that cracks combination locks in under 30 seconds. Firstly, master lock, pick up your game a bit, beef up your security a bit in your locks so that they're not so easy to break into, especially by a robot. And the fact that you can sort of pull the U shape at the top and turn it at the same time to break the combination seems a bit crap. I wouldn't want to put that on my bike, that's for sure. Mind you, I don't actually own a bike, so I wouldn't be putting it anywhere anyway. But yeah, still, it seems a bit crap. So yeah. Now, in ways, this is a good thing. In ways, this is a bad thing. If people can make these, if anybody can make these things, then it looks small enough that you can put it in your pocket, and then when you find a bike that you want to steal, you can just attach it and off you go with the thing. Now, I don't know if this would be any quicker. I mean, it says 30 seconds to break the lock, but then could you cut it off quicker than that? Don't know, because I've never really tried. Yeah, it just seems to be a bit unsafe to me, really. So yeah. Right, we'll go to the next article, shall we? China reveals ambitious broadband. China reveals ambitious broadband plan. Oh, I wonder what that is. China is to accelerate the development of its high-speed broadband network to raise speeds but cut prices, its state council has said. So, basically, the problem is that with internet, everything requires internet nowadays. Like, iPads require internet, phones require internet, computers require internet, just to even do basic things, really. I mean, like, iPads are terrible for it. There are very, very, very few iPad apps that don't require internet. Unless it's a game or anything like that, then you've got to have internet. But even then, some games still require internet. That's the problem with nowadays, is the price for internet is so high. Like, a lot of people, like, I've got a couple of different devices. I can't afford to make them all have internet. I've got Wi-Fi at home, but when I'm out and about using an iPad in the car, or I've got an iPad built into my dashboard in my car, but that doesn't have internet because I just can't afford to have that kind of thing, really. So yeah, that's the problem with internet nowadays. I remember hearing a story from Mark Zuckerberg or something about trying to get internet into the third world countries and places like that. But yeah, so we do really need to sort of work on the internet issue a bit, not just in China or third world countries, but everywhere. England, Europe, yeah, sure, Europe and other places like that. So yeah, but I'll get on with this story now. Fewer than half the country's population has internet access, and those who do can often experience slow connections. The country's premier also urged telecoms companies to cut fees, including data roaming charges. It was not revealed how much money would be invested. Besides the government investment, Premier Li, not allowed to say that, also urged telecom companies to cut their prices and up their speeds, according to China's cabinet, the state council. He also said that they should cut data roaming charges for Chinese tourists, although he acknowledged that it was ultimately for the market to decide. He did, however, it should be for the people to decide whether they want cheaper bills. But then, if the people decide, they're going to say, yeah, I want the internet for free, and I want high speed, and I'll give it to me. Obviously, you can't do that, really. He did, however, announce a round of investment in infrastructure, improvements to the same end. China has more cell phone users than any other country, which to me actually wouldn't surprise me that much, seeing as nowadays everything is made in China, and then it's sent to wherever you are. but its internet services speed ranks at 80th in the world due to underdeveloped information infrastructure, the Premier said, according to a release from the State Council. He added that speeding up the connection of information infrastructure will boost investment and support in China, as well as helping mass innovation. Telecoms firms should make rapid moves to cut prices and increase urban broadband speeds by around 40%, according to Mr. Lee. China's investment in broadband could benefit global network equipment markers such as Ericsson and Nokia, as well as homegrown players like Hawaii Technologies and ZTE. Half of these companies I've never even heard of. Mr. Lee did not say how much investment would be needed, but officials have previously earmarked around 2 trillion, I think that is, yen, to improve China's broadband infrastructure by 2020. China's internet penetration rate was only 47.9% last year, with connectivity especially low in smaller cities and rural areas. This compares with about 45% of people of the United States. In the UK, 37% of households have broadband access. Really? I didn't think it was that high. I mean, a lot of my friends don't actually have Wi-Fi or anything like that. I suppose there's difference. I suppose there's Wi-Fi and broadband are different things. But yeah. In the UK, 73% of households have broadband access, Ofcom said in December 2014. The Chinese cabinet statement added that the nation would look to open up the telecoms market and encourage increased competition, including through expanding a pilot scheme for broadband services this year. There is still not enough competition, which has led to telecoms fees being relatively high, while there is still a lot of room to improve the quality of service. The statement said, citing an official at China's official state information center. Right, so what did we learn from this? We learned that people like computers and the internet. But no, like going back to my subject, or my issue a second ago, the problem with gadgets nowadays is everything needs internet. And if you haven't got internet, then you can't really use your gadgets. I mean, I don't really use, without my internet on my iPad, I don't really use the iPad much. All I use it for is to listen to music through the Bluetooth on my computer, so I can stream it from my iPad to the car, so I can stream it through the Bluetooth on my car. That's the only other time I use my iPad without internet. So we learned that China is trying to basically cut their costs and up their speeds for internet, and obviously by the sounds of it trying to get everywhere in the country, even in this like small cities and rural areas. So should we move on to the next one? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, it's like what's the time? It is currently 7:30 in the morning when I'm doing this, so I'm a bit tired. But yeah. Russia's building a computer chip of its very own. Wowee.
Charlie Clark, you're our kind of
and I cannot get rid of this. There we go. Don't you just hate adverts? I don't know if it came out on the stream, but there was an advert there that just started playing music in my ear. So it's really annoying. So yeah, Russia building a slow, in brackets, computer chip of its very own. I thought they already did anyway, but okay. While Russia might have fleets of tanks and fighter jets to call its own, there's one important product it still relies on the Western world for: computer chips. But thanks to the launch of the Elbrus 4C, the 2006 Intel The 2006 Intel Pentium chip finally has a competitor. the top of the line in Russia, obviously. The chip uses a proprietary architecture called Elbrus ISA, but Ars Technica points out it features times 86 emulation, meaning that an Elbrus powered PC is compatible with most desktop software. But that software won't necessarily run very quickly. The C4's clock speeds top out at a whopping 800 MHz, which isn't quite as much as they say. Of course, clock speed isn't everything. Other indicators like the 65 nm lithography and lack of transistors make it clear that the chip is a good few years behind the cutting edge. More significant than just the processor, though, is the fact that the Elbrus C4 comes as part of a computer, the Elbrus ARM401, a desktop running a custom Linux distro or Windows XP. It even has USB ports. Although the whole package is kind of entertainingly outdated these days, it is an important step towards Russia gaining some modicum of technology independence. Okay. So basically, Russia have built a computer chip. They're all excited and they're saying, "Oh, look at our computers!" And they're crap anyway. At least by our standards. I mean, I'm running this stream on a HP TouchSmart 310 PC. So yeah, I'm a lot better than them, basically. No offense to Russian people, obviously. I've actually got a Russian friend. I should have invited him. You could have chat about it with me. Oh yeah, and don't forget that even though I'm doing this, you can still hang out with me on Google Hangouts, just up there. So you can chat to me on Google Hangouts. This is obviously Smart Start Mornings. I really can't speak today. It's terrible. Yeah, so you can speak to me on Smart Start Mornings, chat to me. I'm gonna make up a Facebook page and all that. But obviously, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like and comment on this video, and hopefully, at some point, at some point you'll be able to Skype me down there. At the moment it's got technical difficulties because nobody's actually Skyping me, but in future I'm hoping that somebody will be able to Skype me and I can chat to them live, and actually it won't be so boring. Okay, so anyway, but I hope you enjoyed it today. Hopefully I'll try and make it more interesting. But thank you for watching Smart Start Morning. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and goodbye.